Hello and welcome to Disc Therapy Standing Practice. So all you need is your feet to be standing and perhaps a chair or a desk accessible for you. Don't stress too much if it's not, but anything that's above waist height would be great, and we'll move it around or you'll be able to as you see what we're going to do. We're literally going to start standing, spread the feet hip width apart. Take a big roll in the shoulders and let the shoulders slide down away from the ears and let the arms rest. I invite you to close your eyes here. Take a gentle, very small tuck in the chin towards the chest so that we lengthen the back of the neck. And invite you to close the eyes. And as you close the eyes, soften the forehead and the jaw. Really let the jaw and the tongue melt. And breathe. And notice your breath here. Notice how your breath is in this moment. Is it long or short? Smooth or erratic? Tired or wired? Just beginning in the standing point, becoming aware of the soles of the feet on the earth. And these moments of becoming really present in the body are super helpful for allowing us to slow down just in this short practice. Nourish the nervous system and the organs of the body. So begin to deepen the breath here as you let the arms melt a little more. Feel the soles of the feet on the earth. And this length up through the body, subtle length from tip of tailbone up through crown of head. And you can keep your eyes closed if you wish, but we're going to start to move our hands with breath. And really simple, just gather the hands up through the middle, up to about chest height, and then as you exhale, turn the palms and press them down. That's it. Inhale, gather up, and exhale. And this is actually the very same motion as the diaphragm. Breathing in, feeling the chest rise but no tension in the shoulders, and exhale, clear it out. And a couple more if you need to go a little faster or slower. With no tension. And there may be a time for an audible sigh, a bit of sound, and that's absolutely perfect. This time turn the palms out wide and take a big circle with your arms. That's it, and bring the hands palm to press to the chest. Nice. Beginning our practice here. Send the hands up in that prayer. Press into the tops of your feet. So really press into the balls of your feet. Now reach up through the hands and look up towards the hands, perhaps if you can see them. And there might be a little bend backwards, but only so much as you feel supported by the legs and lifting up through the heart. So don't worry about how far you bend back, just so that it feels good in a front body stretch. That's it. And then bringing the hands back to the chest, bend the knees a lot, send the butt back and fold forward. So take heaps of bend in the knees, a lot more than you think, and let the head sink down towards the floor. So a lot of people when they're in a forward fold have super straight legs and locked knees, and that won't release the stretch. It won't help. We're trying to find release and space in the hamstrings. This is such a beautiful all body stretch. The stretch is going all the way from the heels right to the back of the neck, the base of the head. So just as we mentioned before, take a gentle tuck and chin towards chest, lengthen the back of the neck. As much bend as you need in the knees to bring the chest towards the thighs. We'll just be here for 2 more breaths. Breathe in deep. And send it out. And 1 more. And out. That's it. Bring hands to shins, reach out long. Exhale, sink down, rolling through the spine, feel the solidity. And this time as you press through the feet, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, come up to standing. Find that peak and look up, pressing from big toe mounds, lifting the heart. That's it. And once again, bringing the hands down to the heart. Beautiful. Reaching back up. Now take a hold of the right wrist with the left hand. And as you do this, press down through the feet, reach up through the crown of the head and draw, using the left hand to pull the right arm over. So really using the support. We're not yanking in the body. We're not looking for any pain or pinching. Just creating this beautiful length coming up through the shoulder. If this doesn't feel good in the shoulder, you can arrange the arm a little further forward. That might feel better. There may be injury or a tendency for a misalignment. You'll feel yucky in that shoulder. That's it. And then release this, come back to straight. Drop the right arm down. We're going to take the same grip. I'm going to turn around so you can see what's going on. So still left hand taking a hold of right wrist. Now this time drawing the arm down and back. And once you've done that, tip left ear to left shoulder. We'll come back to center. So what we're doing is creating this beautiful space across the front of right side of the chest and collarbone. You might also feel it in the back of the shoulder, and it's not wrong as long as it's not pain or pinching. We will often all feel it in a slightly different place as long as it's yummy. Release. One more breath there. That's it. And then bring the head back to center. Release the arms, rise them up. Find some length in the body and switch. So we're going to take the right hand around the left wrist, press into the feet and lift up through the crown and over to the right. So just going as far as feels right for the spine. If we go too far, we'll feel pressure, compression in the lumbar, and we don't want that. So choosing the reach, choosing where feels best for the arm, in good place for the shoulder. And you might even let the head rest on that underneath arm. So for this side, the right bicep. Keep pressing down through the feet to give you length to support this space. One more breath. That's it, and then pressing up to come back to center. Same grip, we're going to bring it down behind us. So the right arm threads back, takes a hold of the left wrist, draws that left arm down and back, and then tips the head right ear to right shoulder. So we're tipping it away from that straight arm. And one side might feel quite different to the other. Encouraging you to close the eyes and just slow the breath down as often as possible. And you'll really allow the breath to benefit this posture. That's it. And bringing the head back up. Take a big circle with the arms as you release. Reach up, rise up, press down through the big toe mounds. Lift the hands up. Maybe you look back towards the hands if that feels good. Keep the pressure in the feet to lift up through the spine. And then come all the way, big bend in the knees, float down to your fold. Letting the body dangle here. Remembering as much bend as you need to soften the chest towards the thighs. And have a little rock on the soles of your feet. So become really aware of the foundation of your feet and land in awful corners. We have a tendency to sort of put our weight into one edge. See if you can spread it out. That's it. And keeping length in the spine, bring hands to shins, reach out. Now you might need a whole lot more bend in the knees. That's okay, but bend the right knee a lot. And bring the right hand maybe flat, maybe TP fingers, maybe you prop yourself up with something like a block underneath the hand and lift up through the left arm. So we're twisting here. So you may need to bend both knees, but bend the right knee more so that the right hip drops down. Now press down through the inner edge of the left foot. So maybe it's the straight leg. And you'll feel that stretch lift up the outside of the leg. That's what we want. We need that when we're seated too often. That's it. And then gently come on down. Let the head be heavy. Dangle here. One ripple through the spine, hands to shins, reach out long. From tailbone to crown. And then exhale, ripple. One more to lengthen. And we'll go the other way. So bending the left knee more. Left hand on the floor, underneath the nose, roundabout. And then reach up through the right arm. So turning above the waist and twisting as much as feels right. Not looking to contort or twist ourselves in a way that we can't breathe very well. Now press down through the inner edge of the right foot and lift the right hip up just a touch, and you create that space, that distance between foot and hip. Breathing well as best you can. Good sign if you're not quite in the right places, if you can't breathe well. That's it, and then come on down. Just let yourself dangle. Perhaps, if it feels good, not for everybody, take a hold of opposite elbow, so cradle in the arms and let the head be really heavy, tucking chin towards chest if that feels right for the back of the neck. And encouraging a sway, release in the neck, so perhaps a yes, and then a no. A little more of one of those if it felt really good. You don't have to shake the head if it doesn't feel good for the neck. And just 2 more breaths here. That's it, hands to shins as you reach out long. Exhale as you fold down. And then press off the feet, reach all the way up. Beautiful, and bring hands to palm to press. Nice. Then guiding the hands out wide, palms facing up. If you do one of the 10-minute videos, you may have done this before. This is like a Mexican way through the shoulders, leading from the thumbs. Bring the right thumb forward and turn and look towards the left hand. And then go the other way. So just using the hands and the forearms to lead the motion. That's it, from side to side. I'll just do a couple here. So not looking to lead from the shoulders or get as much rotation as possible. Just whatever comes with that turn through the hands. And this feels juicy good. I don't know about you, but it feels juicy good. Just one more each way. That's it, and release. Draw a big circle up and around, and then go the other way, back, up and around. Then we're going to come to use our chair or the desk. And what we want to do is bring ourselves so that hands come on top of it. And you may, if your chair has wheels, you might press it up against the desk so that it's supported, it's not going to move on you. What you want to do is get yourself a little bit quite far away from it, nearly body length away, but not quite. And then send the butt back, press the tops of the hands into the chair and sink down through the heart. You may not come down as far as this, it just depends on how tense you are in the shoulders, and that's okay. And you don't have to really let your body weight drop. You might just choose to have a little press here, so holding the body. Now we're going to take a ripple through the spine and use the core. So if you draw the belly button towards the spine and ripple up, press into the top of the chair or desk and reach up. So if this desk is quite low, that's absolutely okay. Now again, leading from the belly, draw belly button towards spine, ripple, press, and come back. So you can make this motion as little or as big as you like, but let's stay with the rhythm, pressing through the tops of the feet. And maybe it feels good for you to lift up if you feel supported with what you're leaning on, and come back. And keep going, just a couple more. So breathe in as you pull the heart forward. This is like a standing cow. And then draw, and it's like a cat in the motion, and then dropping the heart down. 2 more, ripple up. And ripple down. And last one, ripple up. Really bringing the heart forward, using the big toe mounds. And then ripple down, and we'll stay here just for a moment. Settle, take a breath. So any of these movements that feel super good in the body, perhaps you just take that one and do it as often as you can to bring space and energy flow into the body. If you need a little more for the hips and the butt and the pelvis, join me for the 30-minute on the mat practice, and that will really help. It'll give you a little bit more space and energy flow in the legs, not quite so heavy and tense. It does often happen from seated. Gently press into the chair, lift up. Come to standing. Take a big roll in the shoulders. Bring the hands down and dangle. Invite you to close the eyes. Just tuning into the foundation of your feet. Softening the face, the forehead and the jaw. And just 3 times, we're going to take that beautiful breath that we began at the beginning with the hands. So inhale, guide the hands up. Exhale, press down as though you're clearing out. And 2 more. Maybe there's an audible sound that comes out with your exhale. I won't do that because it'll be right in your ear. And 1 more. And exhale. Take a big circle out wide. And bring the hands down, palms to press at heart to honor your body. And a big, beautiful thank you for joining me on this practice. Drink lots of water. Take care. Maybe you'll try another video or you'll repeat this one if it feels good. And namaste.